You think I'll let you zone?
Baka.
Hey everyone, let's talk about the what if issue with Miles being Thor and how it's a bit tone deaf in the issue, leaning too hard into the urban black aesthetic, and it becomes a low-key stereotype without meaning it. Miles, named Thor here, lives in a hybrid world of Asgard and Brooklyn. Graffiti's all over the buildings, shoes hang on the power lines, and cars are even pulled by goats and have 20-inch spinning rims. The criticisms I pointed out in this aesthetic is a stereotypical environment with a writer unaware of the context behind things and assumes that things are there for just decoration. And Miles talking to himself about out of all the 5 realms, Asgard is his hood. Although depictions of Thor had him being a god for the working man, so him hanging out there would be a normal instance for him to an extent, and not just he hangs out there all the time. Thor wears sneakers and carries a version of Mjolnir covered in graffiti. I actually like this design quite a bit because it shows that he has his own personality to what he wants to wear, and he also does comment from time to time that maybe he should change his outfits to fit the places he visits. The graffiti on the hammer I'm 50-50 with as on one end Miles as a character has evolved into a bright teenager who's into fashion, art, and music, so him stylizing his weapon would be normal for him if it wasn't just some generic tag slapped on the hammer. And after the weapon is summoned, he shouts "hammer time" among other musical lyrics that are used as the version of Old English, which I could get behind if Miles actually came up with bars to say instead of music lyrics. You're telling me they couldn't get a songwriter to help with the freestyles? These stereotypical elements and misinformed depictions of Miles' neighborhood have led many fans to liken the issue to minstrelsy, which is very bad. I'm surprised writer Yehudi didn't do his research on some of the context, like the shoes hanging from the lines. In some neighborhoods, shoes tied together and hanging from power lines or tree branches signify that someone has died. The shoes belong to them. The reason they're hanging, legend has it, is that when the dead person's spirit returns, it will walk that high above the ground, that much closer to heaven. Or the other reason is just because someone felt like it with no real meaning behind it. But it's usually the first context for the shoes. What I didn't like was seeing them getting criticism about how tone deaf it makes the issue look if everything looks like they were from a music video, TV show, or movie filled with stereotypes, because they did surface level research to actually make this new Asgard unique. All while him lashing out and saying no one would care about what he wrote if he had panty shots in the comic was kind of a oof moment for him because of the effort you could have put into it. You could have made this issue have been phenomenal. One last thing for everyone thinking a white writer wrote this, nope. Yehudi is a Hispanic writer born in Mexico, raised in Texas, so I don't know what happened there. What are you guys' thoughts on the whole what if issue? I love the design for Thor Miles, but everything else needed a double check before getting the okay, because next to Odin wearing Tim's and Miles citing by Odin's fade, this ain't it, bruh. Stay safe, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.
Thanks for watching. And don't forget to comment, subscribe, and ring that bell.